everybody. I'm going to kind of sort of give you a little bit of inside Saints info like a real insider. Kinda. I got sources. For real. I'm not kidding. Thomas, hit that intro.
Welcome to Saints Happy Hour Podcast. Yeah, we're that podcast that wins awards.
Go.
Oh my God.
He looks like Ash from the end of Alien.
Usually, Dave, I can just open my throat and it's down.
Now grab a drink and enjoy the show.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of the Saints Happy Hour Podcast. As always, we are brought to you by Hard Hide, Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. I'm Ralph Marlboro. I'm joined by Dave when he gets here eventually. He had to step outside to take a bougie phone call. I got Thomas running the show, but Kevin is on injured reserve. His voice gave out at the wrestling, apparently. And Andrew is on a well-needed and deserved vacation on a beach drunk somewhere. So we called up Cody. Remember, kids, if you are in the black and gold level, you can be the emergency break glass co-host if we need somebody. And Cody is the only person in the black and gold tier currently that actually gave me his information to be the co-host. And so whenever we need somebody, Cody's lucky enough to be the co-host, but it could be you just as easily. So on tonight's show, I got some actual kind of sort of insider Saints info. It is officially Saints Happy Hour mock draft season. I'm first up. Let's get weird. Cody, I wish Kevin was here. I don't know. Well, here's the thing. I don't know if it's good that Kevin isn't here, or I don't know if I wish he was here, because this draft might kill him. We're going to take y'all on a journey on Ralph Marlboro's mock draft. Plus, we're going to do a mailbag. It's going to be amazing. As always, if we reach $100 in donations, I will drink something terrible the patrons have sent me. I got a whole box from different people. I got a couple of people sent me boxes that are incredible. I haven't even opened them yet because we're still working through these couple. Here's the thing. I got Old Smoky Moonshine, Thomas, strawberry cream. And we'll follow it up with a little Malort. If we get to the second shot. Thomas, how many weeks are we away from Only Hands?
As you can see, Oppenheimer, the Tulane hater, won last week with 78 buckaroos. And let me switch the graphic. We are, as you can see, on an 85-week donation streak.
85.
With 19 weeks to go for Ralph opening his sexy Only Hands account. And we are already at $5 with Aldi Marino donation.
Thank you, Aldi Marino.
Via Stream Elements.
And by the way, Oppenheimer did the whiteboard. He sent it to me today. In Tyler Warren, we trust. Oppenheimer is a Tyler Warren super fan in the draft.
Whoa!
If the Saints draft him, Dave, we're gonna have to hose Oppenheimer down.
Go Tigers.
Or if the Saints don't pick him and he's there at 9, it could crush him. So here's this thing. Thomas, put this up on the screen. Last week, like Friday, I forget the day, I think it was like Thursday or Friday, I tweeted this out. And you know me, Dave, I'm on Twitter way too much. I spend way too much of my life on the Twitters. And I tweeted this out.
It's X.com. It's all happening on X, the everything app.
Yeah, the everything app. So this is Tetairoa McMillan. He's a freshman. He's eating food annoyingly like Kevin, not beautifully like Dave. He's eating food during an interview, and he says, hey, I don't really watch film, and I don't even really watch film by myself. I'm not really into that. And I tweeted out, this is dirty, man. This is some dirty pool, pulling up video of this kid from like 3 years ago. This is the full Laramie Tunsil. I fired it off. I didn't think anything of it. But then 10 minutes after I tweeted this, one of my really good, I only have like 3 really good Saints sources. One of them tweeted me, he's still a screw off. And then a day later, a second Saints source that's really good that I have tweeted me basically the same thing. He's like, he's still a screw off though. And I was like, I still defend the kid. Like when you're 18, 19, like if you do screw up things, but they didn't say it, Dave. They didn't come out and say it. But I got to think like if two of my Saints sources that are good tweet me that McMillan is still a screw off, they're getting that from the Saints. I'll be stunned if the Saints take McMillan at 9.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Not a question. I'm just going to agree with what you said. They're not my Saints sources. I trust your Saints sources. And, not all, bad apples turn good. Sometimes they just stay bad. Sometimes they stay rotten.
Dave, go ahead, Cody.
No, I was going to say, actually, since I actually read the rundown today, I was thinking about, like...
Wait, you got the... Okay. Whoa. I just want to stop you right there, Cody, because to read the rundown, you have to receive the rundown, okay?
I sent you the rundown. I sent y'all the rundown.
I know you did. So now you're going to make all of us look bad, Cody, because we're not asking for the rundown. I got it, Cody. I get it. I see you ass kissing
You've been on the
son of a bitch.
too long, Dave. That's the problem.
You ass kissing son of a bitch.
I think I did send the rundown.
I don't think you did.
I got it. That's all that matters, man.
No, talking about like how much of a screw up, do they have to be before you not draft them? You have to think, what city are we representing? What city are we are they going to? Like, if they're a fuck up, but they can maybe on the halfway, if they go somewhere like Indianapolis or Green Bay.
No, it's Vegas. Vegas.
Vegas they'll be fine. But they go to New Orleans, Vegas, Miami, like they're gonna go fuck up route,
Yeah, but here's the thing, Dave.
Is this guy any good? Is he good? I mean, is he good enough?
Wide receiver in the draft.
He's really good.
It's like I'm sure you guys have seen, as far as women go, the crazy and the hot scale,
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of like the same thing, like he can be screw up, he can be dumb, he can be a fuck up, but if he's as equally as good as football, then we can overlook the stupidity. But you can't pull the shit if you're not good, or if you're like a bubble guy, but if you're like, Mike, well, I won't say Mike. I don't want to say
Is
Mike
he
Thomas.
the no goes
You're
on?
like Randy. No, hey man, Mike Thomas. Like you would put up like when he was good.
Yeah,
he got crazy after he got injured. When he could have been crazy. Correct. And still been as good as he was his first 3-4 years. We'd have put up with it.
Correct. Actually, that is a good example because he was crazy and he was good and we put up with it. And then he got not good and stayed crazy. And that's when we didn't put up with it. So it's a perfect example. It's a perfect example.
But Dave, you segued it. You didn't get the rundown. And I looked at my email and I did not send it. You were correct. I apologize. But here's the thing. You did it segue to the first topic because that's what I wanted to talk about is like, how much crap are you willing to put up with or how because these draft prospects we don't know, right? We don't know how good they're going to be. Once they get in the NFL, you'll put up with a lot of crap if they're good. Yeah. But like for draft prospects, it's kind of like the analogy you just made, Dave. It's a hot woman, right? And you don't really know her and you're kind of dating her, you're not committed to her. How much crazy and nonsense and off the field screw ups are you going to put up with for a draft prospect before you're like, I'm out? I'm out. You do the meme with the guy with the hands in the back. You're like, I'm out. How much are you going to be willing to put up with?
No, I'm not. I don't put up with anything for a draft prospect because you're unproven. I don't know anything. I'm not going to put myself out there. If I don't know what I'm getting into. So, like you said, yes, if you're in the league, if you've proven yourself, my give a shitness is directly proportional to your production on the field. But all draft picks at this point are start at 0 and it's up to you to impress me. As far as this draft, there's nobody in this draft class I think is like that's totally amazing that I would just be like, oh my God, yeah. I gotta have him. Gotta have that person.
But I know, Cody, put aside like criminal things, like beating women, children. Like put away like serious criminal things. Mm-hmm. But like, are there things like PJ Williams got a DUI, ran away from the police?
Everybody gets a DUI.
Like DUIs, like stealing crab legs. Like, what are we willing to put up with?
I think it's actually a little bit easier now to see what it's going to be because beforehand, like there are screw ups and stuff. You got to think college is pretty, like they got them pretty regimented. Like they have to attend so many classes. Like they've got a schedule. Mm-hmm. For the longest time, they didn't have money. Now NIL, they do have money. But the thing is, like if you're being like a POS wild and you have no money and you've got supervision all the time, what's going to happen? I have the fear that like you're going to get crazier, when you get when you get money and no supervision, and then you're just let loose. So like if you're like Johnny Manziel level partying all the time, like if you're partying Friday night at the bars, like I'm sorry, I can't take. You can party Thursday night, you can party Wednesday night. I don't want you partying Friday night, and so it's like you can party, but as long as you show me a little bit of like, hey, I'm getting somewhat prepared, or if they fail the Jamarcus Russell trick, that where they gave them blank.
Yeah, I watched them all. I watched them all, Coach.
Yeah, right. Watch them all, man.
So Dave, you want like pristine.
There's a famous. I mean, piggybacking off of what Cody said, there's a famous quote. Money doesn't change people; it exposes people. And I think that's kind of what Cody's getting at. The person is going to be the person regardless. If they're a good person from the beginning and they get a little bit of money, that's one thing. It's probably not going to change them if they're a good person. But if deep down they're not a great person and they're not a good person without having the financial means to be a good person, then it's only going to get worse. Once the obstruction of money is out of the way, is removed from the equations.
Well,
imagine if Ryan Perrilloux got paid. Like with real money, not money. Like he's going insane.
Here's the thing, Dave. The Saints, to me, they absolutely have to nail this draft. And if they're like one bad draft away from like the floor falling out of everything, and them falling into like, I know we think it's bad at 5-12, and it is, but I think they're really like one bad draft away from being in the absolute dregs, and they're picking in the top 3 or 4 like back-to-back years. Like that's how close they are to it all like falling apart. So Dave, what do you consider, what would be the measuring stick for you, the ruler for what would be a good draft class? Like for example, for me, I think if you got 3 starters, 3 guys who were starting by their second year in the league. In other words, 3 guys in the draft this year that either started this year or next year, I would call that a win. Like I would call that a win. To me, if you
but is yours lower? Like I don't know.
That's about right.
What's your baseline?
I think 3 is a good floor. It's a good floor.
Yeah. I just look at the number of picks you have, and I divide it by half. So like they have 8 picks, right?
You'll miss half of them.
So you'll miss on it. So give me, like you said, if they got 2 solid starters that got to their second contract, 1 starter that was kind of questionable, you were like, did we extend him? I don't know. And then like 1 backup guy you felt good about, that'd be you hit on half the picks. Like you can't expect what the Saints did in 2016 and 2017, where they hit on 11 of 12 picks. That's not happening again. So I think you're right, Dave. I hate to give you credit, but I think 3 is about the right number.
And I think another success for me, if the Saints keep all 8 picks. Like they don't anything.
Right.
Like if they add more picks, like Kevin, but
So,
but I interrupted you, Ralph. You were going to ask me a question. I'm sorry.
I was going to ask you a question. The Kellen Moore talked to the media today for like 30 minutes. It was boring as hell. He
looks so young. He looks so OP. Yeah. My God.
He's a young beaver, man. Young beaver.
Thomas, God, a video of him without the audio.
Lord.
He feels not only young, like he feels so young. He looks so young. He has a Boy Scout feel to him. Like we gotta get.
He looks like he still has he's got kind of chubby cheeks, and it looks like it's still like baby fat. It looks like he still hasn't really grown into his face.
Yeah, look at that. No gray hair, nothing. No stress, nothing.
No, he ain't got gray hair. He's got all of it, and it's all.
He hasn't faced any life difficulties. Like he
Dave's jealous.
Baby faced, hitting the world.
Yeah. How many weeks into the Saints season will we have the meme of Kellen Moore in in April, Kellen Moore in September, and he looks like a 55-year-old.
Oh, it's going to be like the president. You think this being the Saints head coach ages you like being the president?
I think it might. I think it might.
2 years from now, half of his hair is going to be gray.
I mean, Tomas, you're the super producer. What's Dennis Allen look like before he was head coach?
Oh yeah, can we do? Yeah, I'm wondering.
A different
Super
person.
producer over here, man.
Different person.
I mean, I'm just saying he made me feel old. And like, listen, it doesn't really matter. He's
36.
36.
Oh wow.
The Rook says babyface assassin. And Aldi Marino,
Yeah, I like that name.
I don't think Kellen Moore has shaved 3 times in a week in his entire life.
I think my 12-year-old shaves more often than Kellen Moore does.
He can shave and last the week,
Babyface.
Yeah,
like
what's his nipple game though,
like
guys? That's all that matters.
Well, we don't know yet.
We don't know.
We don't know yet. We'll have to see. And is he gonna?
He's hunching.
He's wearing a button down here.
Is he a hat guy?
I don't know. You know what? Is that a button down? Is that a full button shirt?
It is.
And I don't know. I think it might be full button.
Yeah,
and
it's a full
doesn't really
button.
have a logo on it. Is he a little more formal? I feel like that certainly Dennis Allen. I have never seen Dennis Allen in a full button shirt. I don't know if that's that or they're just polka dots. It's hard to tell. I'm wondering, but I already feel like he's a little more formal than maybe our last 2 head coaches.
Yeah.
You mean
I don't know if Sean Payton or DA would have
business
I don't know
casual.
if either.
Business casual.
Yeah. Interesting. All right.
Somebody in the chat, the Rook says he's going to be the opposite. He's going to age backwards like Benjamin Button. So like by like 2027, he'll be like he'll be like Little Pear, Dave's kid.
Oh wow! Yeah,
he's gonna be rapping during the game.
By the way, the Little Pear merchandise.
If the sun's up, I'm rapping.
Link you sent, Dave, that was popping. Little Pear.
I forgot that. Well, we didn't realize that I had to set up the account so that the money could go into a bank account. So actually, if you tried to buy something, it wasn't active yet.
Dave
so
scammed you.
Tonight's. Yeah, well, no, you couldn't have even tried.
It went to some bank in India.
Hopefully next week you'll be able to visit lilpearmusic.com. That's lilpearmusic.com. Hopefully you'll be able to buy some merch maybe tomorrow or whatever. Support my son. He's going to get all the proceeds.
Lil Pear.
So
get it closed.
How does that work? How do I make that happen? He would do it. Like that's what's crazy. He somehow like was not born with whatever thing is in your brain that most of us have, where we are nervous in front of people or getting on stage or whatever. Like
he's an internet baby.
Well, I guess he like does not have that. He does not have that at all. If you gave him a microphone and put him on stage in front of 20,000 people, I think he would do it. I think he'd be fine. He'd be like, "Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Man.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens."
That's how my kid is a lot of times. Like he's just.
I don't think that's a Gen Alpha thing because my daughter
is
the opposite. She would not do that.
Yeah, so we'll see. I want to tell you guys.
Would you rather see the world in black and white or 2D?
Black and white. You couldn't do anything in 2D.
Dude, Dave, I'm colorblind.
Be able to drive.
Going full black and white, it isn't that much of a difference.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't be driving if it was 2D, right?
2D just cover one of your eyes, Dave.
You have no depth perception.
That's 2D.
You couldn't like drive. You couldn't do anything. Couldn't really work.
Oh,
couldn't make
but
shirts.
black and white would be.
Couldn't own a 2,000 square foot T-shirt shop.
Well, I couldn't do that with black and white either. I need to be able to tell colors.
You can have somebody like an assistant being like, "Hey, this is green."
It would destroy the That would destroy the empire. All right, so
2D it is.
I want to tell everybody about Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. It is a strawberry flavored whiskey blended with aged wheat whiskey, American light whiskey, Cocktail and Sons, strawberry lemon syrup, fresh strawberries from Jonesdale Farm in Ponchatoula, Louisiana. It's 86 proof. The whiskey is blended and bottled at the Sugarfield Distillery in Gonzales, Louisiana. You can pick up a bottle wherever fine spirits are sold in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, and Tennessee. To learn more and to find a location to get a bottle near you, go to hardhidestrawberrywhiskey.com. Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey is supporting Saints Happy Hour all football season. They did it all season long, all off season through the draft, baby. So support the people who support the show. Grab a bottle of Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey today. I'm drinking it. I got the peach in the strawberry lemonade, it's freaking amazing. The Chittenden County peach. Oh, it's so good. So here's the thing. We're at the point where it's mock draft season. So everybody gets a turn doing the mock draft, right? So I get a turn, Andrew gets a turn, Dave gets a turn, Kevin gets a turn, maybe Kevin does 70 picks, so he has to do his own.
I didn't get the rundown. Is it my turn this week? Was I supposed to?
No, it's my turn. I'm leading off. I'm leading off. So here's the thing, Thomas. Just to give the people a little tease, on a scale of 1 to 10, how complicated was my draft?
I think the second most complicated ever.
Wow.
Good Lord.
So
and you're calling it the courageous draft.
Thomas named it the Saints Courageous Draft. I like to call it sensible aggression.
Ooh, I like that. I love sensible
aggression. I don't know. Sensible doesn't really explain any of the last New Orleans drafts, so, and sensible doesn't explain your past mock drafts either. So I think this is really an ironic use of it.
It's a mix.
I also like this Unreal Tournament music. I feel like I'm about to play a first-person shooter on my computer in college.
So here's
never took you for a game, Dave.
Yeah, there's a little reference, a little bone for you gamer nerds out there.
What did you play?
Was awesome.
Unreal Tournament, yeah, Unreal Tournament 2 actually I think was
Jesus.
No, Unreal Tournament the original.
Jesus
Christ.
Yeah,
I love to go up. I love the two worlds thing where you go up on the top and sniper everybody. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So before we get to my mock draft, people get to donating. We need to get it there. So get to donating so we can have only hands.
We had a donation from Jason Champagne 12.83 becoming the new MVP leader with donation message. Paying for Kellen's first shave.
That's free.
Wolfenstein 3D. That's an old school one. So here's what
By the way, wait. No. Cody said before, I saw this in the rundown. Cody said if we get to $200 donation, he'll cut off his hair. He'll cut off his man bun.
My beautiful hair?
Oh,
no.
shit.
Dude, that's the only way I get women to talk to me, bro. Like, I guess so. 200, man.
Yeah, you said 200. That was the number. That was the price you put out.
200, yeah. 200.
So for my draft, Dave, last year I kind of did it. I kind of did the draft like I wanted to do it. So this year I mashed it up. I thought about what would the Saints do and what would I want to do? And I mashed it up. So this is what I did.
So none of this is actually going to happen because you flip flop between two worlds, and none of this is actually.
Yeah. So it's not.
We're just having a good time.
So it's not. But here's the thing. I think Tennessee doesn't want to pick first. I don't think they want to pick first. I think they want somebody to make them an offer. So I acted like Mickey Loomis, and I called up Tennessee, and I said, Tennessee, I will give you our first round pick, number 9. 71 to 2026 next year, and Chris Olave for number 1.
Good.
You got 3 hours. It's 25% less than what they got for Bryce than what the Bears got for Bryce Young. But Tennessee, they don't want to pick Cam Ward, so they did the deal. I'm trading up.
I'm taking a picture of this and sending it to Kevin right now.
We're on the clock, guys.
We're on the clock. I traded up.
Have a heart attack.
I traded up. Kellen Moore. We know what this is for. This is not for Abdul Carter. This is not for Shedeur Sanders. This is not for anyone else. This is for Cam Ward. Thomas, do the pick. We know what this is.
I mean, are we sure? Maybe you want to surprise us. I don't know.
No Travis Hunter. Like I'm getting my coach the quarterback he wants. I mean, and I paid 25% less than the Panthers did for Bryce Young.
I mean, before you reveal this pick, you mentioned Travis Hunter. Like Travis Hunter is not going to be a two-way player in the NFL. Like that's not happening, right?
No, he's going to pick. He's going to pick
cornerback.
He's going to pick. Mm-hmm. He's going to probably play. I don't know. They say he's a really good. They don't know. Like I've heard that he's going to be receiver, defensive back a little bit. I don't know.
Maybe like dime packages or so. In there.
Yeah.
But Okay, so let's see who the number 1 pick is. Then I've got a comment on that.
All right.
Yeah, the comment is this is stupid.
Yes.
Oh.
Right.
So here we go. Thomas revealed the pick.
With the first pick in the 2025 NFL Draft,
That is a crime against
the New Orleans
New
Saints. Wait. Whoa.
What?
To the freeze? Uh-oh.
God.
Cam Ward, quarterback from Miami.
Ralph, who the hell is he going to throw to? Who's he going to throw to, Ralph?
Well, we
He
got
can't throw to himself.
we got 35-year-old concussed Brandon Cooks. We got Rashid.
He doesn't even have a Raz.
We got
No Raz.
Yeah, no Raz.
Fucking
No Raz.
scrub, man.
0 stars. He's the first. He's going to be the first ever number 1 pick that was 0 stars in high school.
Oh,
I mean, did we have to trade up to get this guy?
We did. We had to trade up a lot. Here's the thing.
This guy's
The
going
Saints-
top 10?
This is my defense of this. The Saints are doing this eventually for Kellen Moore. They're doing it this year or they're doing it next year. They're going to trade up and get him his quarterback. Let's just do it and get it over with. If it stinks and it doesn't work, we fire him. It's like the tech bros thing, fail fast. We're just putting everything on the table right now. Let's go get the quarterback.
Do the Saints still have all that cap space?
Yeah, the 30
Do the Saints
million
still have all
you
that
just
cap
don't want to do
space?
anything with.
I mean, we still have 23 and a half. We have 23. We have 20. We have $23.8 million of caps.
And they haven't used it. I think that's a flag. I think that's a sign that maybe they are saving up to do something next season. I don't know if they draft a quarterback this year. I don't think
cap space, right? Because Mickey
I don't
Loomis
see
tried.
this.
Yeah, you tried. You can't.
Yes, right.
Tried.
about that.
But here's the
I
thing.
fucking forgot about that. I don't think this is happening. I think this is terrible.
I don't think-
I'm
well,
giving
here-
I'm giving this an F, an F minus.
I think Tennessee doesn't want to make the pick.
Okay,
think-
but
I
like,
think
why
you
do
can
we have
pry
to
it out
be
of them.
idiots? No, I don't want to. I don't want to pry it out of them. Well, who's like this is you. This is you. Before you started, you said this is a half Ralph draft and this is a half Saints draft. This better be the Ralph half, because if this is the Saints half, I really don't want to see where the hell this goes after that when the Ralph half.
Dave, this is the Saints half.
No,
because Mickey Loomis would 100% trade up.
Oh Jesus! Oh my God! It's gonna get worse.
Because all of them, everybody took Gail Benson's flight down jet to Miami, right, to go watch them.
That's right. They were all there.
But is it a smoke screen? Is it a smoke show? You know,
I don't. Maybe.
Or are they throwing people off the? Letting people.
I just
throw
think.
people off the scent.
I think the Saints are. I think they're going to try to get Cam Ward. I don't know that they'll succeed. I don't know how serious
gross.
Cam Ward is, but I think Tennessee doesn't want to make this pick.
They can take Cam Ward if he drops the 9. No,
he's not. Well, if you
take Cam Ward,
which is funny if you do, Dave. If you do PFF and you don't do the public draft, if you do 50% or more PFF, Cam Ward is available at 9 every time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
This is crazy. This is fucking crazy. I took a screenshot of our podcast screen and sent it to the gang, and Kevin replied in all caps, "Christ, I hate you."
I wanted.
By
Kevin
the
to be
way,
here, so
Ralph Oppenheimer in the chat says apparently Ralph doesn't want my money tonight.
we always want your money.
He hates the
Oppenheimer.
big
Always want
guy.
it.
Yeah, he said. But here's the thing.
And by the way, who that go for?
Look
Who that go for
at my
Chainsaw
shirt,
20?
Oppenheimer. I definitely want all your money. I make sure to always wear something Tulane just to piss you off. Roll wave.
Who's
through
Tulane's
LSU.
biggest rival?
Toxic P says, I think St. Ralph is half right. Mickey Loomis is going to try to make this trade. And then, so here's the thing. So we go to 40. Now, this, I told you this. This was sensible aggression, Dave. This is where I deviate off the Mickey Loomis.
Oh yeah. By the way, I forgot. I love the idea. Yeah, right. That got thrown out the window in the last. I love the idea of sensible aggression. However, you, sir, what you just did in that first round was senseless aggression. Okay,
No, just
you are
wait.
not following. No, I'm not waiting.
Ralph sensible is no. I'll just do cocaine instead of doing methamphetamine. That's sensible,
right.
You know.
Yeah,
That's sensible to him.
So we get to pick 40.
Oh, deception! Tulane's biggest rival.
Oh,
is
look at me!
Bob's
I
Clown
take
College.
heroin for my headache instead of fentanyl. You know.
All
right, Cody.
20
You're
buckaroo
talking over the donation. We're gonna let you get away with that because you're not a real podcast host. But
You want me to
what did
replay
Oppenheimer
it?
say? Yeah,
I will
well,
play
I
it.
guess
He said
so. 'Cause it was
Tulane's biggest
about
rival is Bob's Clown College.
Tulane's biggest
I
rival
wanna
is
say-
Bob's Clown College.
Cody,
Cody speak over the goddamn thing all the time.
I do. It's true, Cody. I do.
Correct.
I'm the biggest.
It's
I'm
true.
the biggest offender.
Not a
That's
podcast
correct,
thing.
Cody.
If anything, I'm the quiet one.
I know that, but I just thought you were smarter than most of us, and I just expected more. But I guess I'm wrong. You're just
He
one of
has
us.
really
I'm
low
excited.
standards for me,
I'm excited.
Cody.
I'll
He
be
knows
better
I'm going to
next
screw it
time.
up. He expects more.
I'm playing with my audio, okay? So this is only my third time doing it, you know? So you've been doing it for
It's
like
a-
9 years. I get a little bit of a break.
Kano says,
12
I'm
years.
already
See-
screwed up. I'm already drunk. I don't need another drink. You're probably
Actually,
right.
16 years. Actually, I think we've been doing this for 16
Speaking of
years.
drink, we never
Hey,
went
answer-
over what Dave
Yes, you
was
did.
drinking.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm drinking Urban South Holy Roller. Holier than thou. They're double Holy Roller.
So
Wait. But Tulane's rival, old school days was LSU. That's kind of died down now. Currently, I would say it kind of depends on the sport, but Memphis in our conference and Southern Miss, we always have the Battle of the Bell with them. So there you go. That's the real answer.
So Oppenheimer
I'm not
needs
familiar
to
with
buy a Southern Miss.
not
or
familiar with
Memphis shirt.
Pops.
Yeah.
There you go. Right. There you go.
So we're at pick 40. And this was really difficult for me because the 3 players available, I love them all. They're all freaking amazing. Thomas, put up the 3 that are available at 40.
You can say them, Rolf.
There's Jaden Higgins, wide receiver, Iowa State. Troy Amos, Ole Miss. And Princely, I'm not going to say his last name because I'll butcher it. It's like Amalumanina. He's an edge. I love all these dudes.
No.
I love them all. But I said at the beginning, Dave, this was sensible aggression. So now I gave up a boatload of picks to go get Cam Ward. I got to trade down. The Jets made me an offer. They said trade down to 42. We'll give you move down to 42. You move pick 131 up to 110. It's not an extra pick, but it's a move up 21 spots. So that gives me more picks in the top 120, which I like. So I did that because I'm like, hey, I'm going to trade down 3 spots. It doesn't matter. I'm going to get one of these players. I love them all. So I did that trade with the Jets. So we got a better pick. We moved pick 131.
Tyler Warren, number 1 overall. Final answer.
Taking us over the edge as always.
Arch quiet that time, Dave.
Wow. So Oppenheimer, what should I do? Would I do Malort first and then the strawberries and cream, or should I go strawberries and cream and then Malort?
I think you should mix them.
Oh, you gotta hit the
Oppenheimer's
the second
choice. Oppenheimer, the MVP
Yeah.
leader.
So you choose Oppenheimer.
I think you should. No, I think you should mix them, and then that's 2 shots total. So you mix them and you drink half now, and then half if we get to the other one.
No.
Yeah.
But strawberries and cream, that seems like a diabetic dream for Ralph, you know? Like
Yeah, but with Malort though. Come on.
Yeah, but the thing you got to remember about Malort is Malort lingers forever.
Oppenheimer says he wants Malort later.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Strawberry letter number 25.
Damn, 18 weeks to go. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
Wait,
Wow,
let me switch the
OnlyHands. I am
webcam.
so excited for this. Now wait a minute. So are you gonna how much is it gonna cost to sign up for your OnlyHands account?
Well,
It's
it
gonna
won't
be
cost
free.
anything. It'll be patrons only to start.
Yeah.
But if it
Can you
takes
do that,
off,
though?
Dave,
Can you
I will
make-
quit
can
my
you make a
full-time
free-
job and become a crippled hand model. I will.
You know, hands.
I'm telling you.
Dave, I will tell you, hands are gonna be free. Like other stuff, you know, you're gonna have to pay. You know, other.
But feet.
He's going to have pay-per-view videos. You know, he's going to tease.
Thomas is my pimp.
I cannot wait for this. I cannot wait for this.
Here we go.
Thomas is going to 5 something.
All right.
All right, switch the webcam.
So that's strawberry and cream. That's strawberries and cream.
Here we go.
Yeah. It looks like you're shooting baby formula.
Here we go. Puke meat is on. Ooh.
That's probably like a 3.
Oh, it tasted like a milkshake gone bad. No.
See, this is why. Well,
who sent you this?
That was from Jed. It was a 6. It's like a 6. It's not
really. It's that high. It's that high.
It's not.
See, but I still see. This is why I wanted you to mix them, because I feel like, like this is going to get a lowish number, which it did, a 6, and then Malort is always going to be like a 9. So that's like a
6
total
is
of 15.
like super low.
And that's like a total of 15. But I really feel like if you mixed the Malort and the strawberry and you did 2 separate shots, they'd separately be like 9s.
We need to mix
10s.
it with. We need to mix it with Malort, man. Malort is like
a total
of
18.
You know.
So.
But
I'm all for the mixing.
Jason Champagne said Red Flag is anxiously awaiting Ralph's pay for feet videos.
No, speaking of the only hands, I can see Thomas finding some Qatari chic, and he's going to get Ralph to fart on his bad hand, and he's going to get paid like $50,000 to do it.
Bro,
how much is $50,000?
We are splitting that money. Thomas. We are splitting that money.
That's right.
200K salamis, man.
So we're at pick 4. I traded down to 42, but I told y'all this is sensible aggression. Kansas City called me up.
Seriously, Ralph, I really can't.
Why?
just nothing. Just go on. Just go on.
So Kansas City called up and said, "Listen, we'll give you pick 63 and 66 for pick 42." So
I like that.
So I just got my 3rd round pick that I traded Tennessee for. I just got that back. So now I got pick 63 and 66. So now all I'm giving up for Cam Ward is 2026 first and Chris Olave. Okay? So it's a lot, but it's not that much. And I use all my picks this year. I'm gonna have 8 picks. I'm not doing 8 picks because this mock draft is only 3 rounds, but I've got picks. So go to pick 63, Thomas. Who's available? Thomas, put up who's available. This one broke my heart because I loved Higgins and Amos, the corner from Ole Miss. I love them all. But I had to do it. I had to be sensible. I had to get more picks. The Saints need more picks. I got a quarterback. I need a receiver, right? So here's the thing. Shamir Turner, Quinton Junkins, the running back from Ohio State, Jack Sawyer, the edge from Ohio State, and Jack Besh, an LSU person. Sorry about that, Dave. He's connected to the Besh family from LSU. Jack.
No, he's not. That's spelled with a C.
Well, he's Brett Besh's nephew.
Yeah, but I don't think that's related to the John Besh is
no, not the
chef.
chef. He's related to the LSU Beshes, the football playing Beshes, not the.
Oh.
So you look at this, Cody and Dave. Dave, you go first. Who do you want out of these? Who would you prefer? You want the defensive tackle, Shamir Turner, Junkins, the running back, Ohio State, Sawyer, the defensive end, or Besh, the.
I'm just gonna say you got a guy here. We were texting about this guy in our group chat. He's the only guy to have a perfect RAS score.
No, that's the other Shamir. You're thinking of Shamir Stewart. The Texas A&M has 2. They have 2 Shamirs,
it says no.
And they play on the defensive line.
And I'm looking at, and it says no, not. I thought it said 10. Oh, never mind. Okay. I like. No, yeah, right. I don't like running back. I don't want to take a running back. And I would go with Jack Sawyer, defensive end from Ohio State, 9.88
the
RAS.
Gods.
Ooh, he's a Raz guy.
That's a great Raz score, so he's got that going for him. 2, he's from Ohio State, which is basically that's our farm system up there.
That's right.
And defensive end, I mean, those are the guys, like, if you really want to do well or hit on them, like, you draft them. Like, you either draft them or you pay big money and sign them in free agency. And the Saints obviously cannot afford to be going after any big name defensive ends in free agency. So our best chance is to try and get lucky and draft one, just like we did with Trey Hendrickson. So let's see. Yeah. I would go with Jack
Thomas, do the pick.
I agree with Dave because Jack Besh, he's injury prone, but then again, injury prone means Saints player.
All right, the pick is in. Pay attention, you're gonna like this one, Dave.
No, it's Jack Besh. Jesus Christ.
The 63rd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Shamar Turner, defensive tackle from Texas A&M.
Guy with no Raz, which isn't totally crazy. Well, it's not totally crazy because we have picked guys that don't have Raz scores, right?
He worked out personally with the Saints. He worked out personally with the Saints. I think they
gave him their own Raz.
I don't like Colin Saunders. I don't like Nathan Shepard. I don't think either of them are any good. I think they need interior. Yes, they need edge, but you got Granderson, you got Chase Young. I think they need interior dudes more than people think.
I mean, they do. I agree. I think they do. This is a prototypical 3-4 guy. This is like a big, huge guy. Is he like a nose tackle type guy?
The problem is he's like a tweener. That's the issue. That's the issue.
No. Now I hate it. No. What are his, Thomas? Put his measurables up again. He needs to be like 6'3", like 320, 330.
6'4", 300. But dude, it's New Orleans. Dude. You just send it down to Dragos, Arnos.
6'4", 300. He's 300. He's at least he's 300.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, I hate saying.
I think the Ohio State guy.
If this guy is supposed to pay, if this guy is supposed to be your one defensive tackle in the middle of a 3-4, I don't want to hear tweener. Like that's like I feel like this is like Cedric Ellis again, right?
Yeah.
When has tweener ever worked for us?
Although Cedric was first round.
Dave, I feel like one of the Shamirs from Texas A&M is going to be good, so I had to take one of them.
Zach Bone was a tweener, right?
Yeah.
First of all, is their name Shamar? Is their name Shamar? Is it Shamar?
Yeah, Shamar, I think.
Okay, you just keep calling him Shamir because
people
you feel
in the chat
like
hate the pick. He would likely be a defensive end in a new scheme.
Ralph, people on the podcast hate the pick.
Yeah, and they said you picked another defensive end with the last name Turner. How could you? Great point. I didn't.
Also a great point. Yes. This is terrible. I
he traded down this time though for Turner.
I don't even want you to go on. Like, can we stop now, please?
We get to pick 66.
Please tell me you just traded down.
Ralph always has the worst drafts, man. That's a tradition. Ralph always messes it up.
You're embarrassing this podcast. Guys, I want to remind everybody it's April Fool's.
Yeah,
do with that
our April Fool's joke.
Cody's gonna replace you next year, man.
Our April Fool's joke. It didn't do the Saints hire Ed Ogeron back numbers on Facebook, but it did pretty good.
Right.
The Spencer Rattler demands a trade. Did pretty well. All right, Thomas, put up the 3 names that are available.
What do you mean? That's not a joke. Spencer Rattler demands a trade, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's true, man. That's real news.
This is Dave. If you think Pete, you're mad now. Just wait.
Oh my!
Here we go.
Right.
This is
Jack Besh is still available, and now he's
still available.
I mean, it's 3 picks later, then you know.
This was really difficult. This was really difficult because Arroyo is a good tight end. The Saints need a running back, and Dylan Sampson is a favorite of the draft heads in Discord. Butterich, different guys, Jason Champagne, they love him. But here's the thing. Jack Besh, I know he's injury prone. That makes him almost a perfect Saint. He went to LSU for a year, then went to TCU.
Was Jack Besh, was his brother the one who was killed
That's right.
on New Year's Day?
Oh,
That's right.
Okay, that's why that was familiar to me.
That's right.
No Raz, no Razgard.
It would be a feel good story.
I mean, that is
drafted by the Saints.
why am I mentioning this now? How do you not? You should have. You're burying the lead with that.
I'm burying the lead maybe because of what's about to come. But I know people hate it. But here's the thing: the Saints need a big receiver. He's a big receiver.
Hashtag no spoilers.
No spoilers. He's a big receiver. He's got good. Raz is pretty good. Like this was really hard for me. I wanted to go.
No, it wasn't. This wasn't hard at all. You're enjoying
Thomas,
this.
do the pick.
Don't lie to the people.
Right,
Quit BSing the people.
Yeah.
The pick is in. What do you mean, Thomas? The commissioner. Come on, Ralph.
Come on.
When are you gonna learn? The commissioner.
That's right.
This is like watching. When you do this, it's like watching Annoying Orange.
2025 NFL Draft. And you want to select Jack Besh, wide receiver from TCU.
Dave, I have Jack.
Look at how sexy he is.
I mean, look at the abs.
I want to read a sentence from you. He has battled injuries and missed games in every season over the past 3 years.
Oh yeah, future Saint.
He's
Book
the
it,
perfect Saint. What's the problem?
I want to channel my inner in living color. Hate it. No, it's terrible. It's totally terrible.
I mean,
please, my God, this draft is an abomination.
Thomas, Jack Besh, he does look like a guy that did a little too much hazing of freshmen at a fraternity and got in trouble with the law.
He definitely poured boiling crawfish water on pledges.
Yeah.
That was Pike at Tulane.
I was about to say, did that happen at Tulane?
Yeah, they made it to Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update.
Really? Oh, damn.
Somebody said you made a 35-year-old reference, Dave. You're in dad mode.
What was the 35-year-old reference?
The In Living Color, man.
In Living Color. So now we get to the last pick of
In Living Color. Please make this end. I'm going to go get something to eat. I can't take any more of this.
Pick 93. So here we go. These were the players available. This one was incredibly hard. I almost felt like the PFF was being stupid. Like Mason Taylor is not going to be available at pick 93. Like it's just like I felt like taking Mason Taylor at that point was like, come on, this is not real. Cheating, yeah, but he's there. So so we got other guys. We got Elijah Roberts. And he's a good his Raz is kind of shaky, but he's got production, and SMU was good. They made the playoffs. Tate Rutledge, his mullet is magnificent. It is in every single
Ralph's pants just got
way.
tighter.
I mean, like he is straight out of Central Casting from Georgia. Thomas, do you have the picture of him ready to go?
Nope.
I'm looking on Raz, and I see Tate Ratledge has Raz.
Oh, he does? What's his Raz, Cody?
His Raz is 9.96.
I mean, if you give him points for the mullet, he's a perfect 10. He's a perfect 10. Like, here's
9.96.
Where did you get it, man?
I felt like the Saints they're not great at end, but I feel like they're decent at end. I felt like Mason Taylor, I could take him and then I could be like, oh, look at this draft. But you want to be kind of realistic. And I think PFF is just smoking crack. Like, he is not going to be there at 93. But Thomas.
Wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. Wait, did we have a picture of him? Because I wanted to see him. Because if he looks as cool as you say he is, and he's got a 9.9 something Raz, it seems like this is the guy to take, and you might potentially save yourself here. You could save yourself with this draft if you take that guy.
This is a smart pick because I want the Saints to take Tate Rutledge. Like, if you look at his PFF thing, let me look it up right here. He's been one of the best interior offensive linemen in the nation the past 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
He dealt with injury in 2024, but he allowed just 7 pressures and 1 sack over 300 opportunities.
There you go. Thomas, do the pick.
Sounds like a winner. Thomas, I'm not sure why you weren't able to find a RAS score on him. I would say you're failing in your duties. Failing in your duties.
That's why I'm here, Dave. That's why I'm here. I came in. I got it.
Yeah.
Thank God we've got you here.
That's all we had.
All right, let's reveal this abomination.
Abomination. The 93rd pick, the 2025 NFL Draft. The New Orleans Saints select Tate Rutledge, guard from Georgia.
Look at this man. Look at him. He looks magnificent. Thomas, play the video.
Wow.
Look at that mullet.
Oh, that's
It is
fire right
incredible. Like, if you're listening to the audio only version, get yourself to YouTube and play.
It's waving behind him like the goddamn beautiful stars and stripes of America.
It is.
Oh my God, this is wow.
Imagine the most redneck offensive lineman. If you could create that in a lab, that is Tate Rutledge right there.
Google Tate Rutledge and Freebird and thank me later. We don't want to play the Freebird because we don't want to get copyrighted on the YouTubes.
Ladies, Google at your own risk. All right.
That mullet is. I gotta say, y'all say this draft is terrible. I say for the Saints, I solved their problem at quarterback. I got the quarterback. I got the franchise quarterback. I got a white injury-prone receiver. I got a defensive end, potential defensive interior named Turner, and I got a guard with a mullet. What more could you want? And I only gave up. I traded down. So the trade for Cam Ward, 2026 first, sorry, Kevin, and Chris Olave for a franchise quarterback. I think this draft's an A+.
Yeah. What
you got the
That's number one bullshit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, what was your rating? What did they give you?
A home.
Stop BSing the people in this country.
A B.
They gave it a B.
Ugh.
I'm guessing that's going off of your. I'm thinking your last pick there of Tate Rutledge just kind of saved the whole thing. Yeah.
B for bullshit.
It was a sinking ship. Yeah, B for
bullshit.
I mean, listen, and Cam Ward, he loves the Saints. The Saints are his favorite team. He'll cry. They'll give him the hat. He'll hug Roger Goodell. He'll be excited to be a Saint. He'll talk about Drew Brees and Marcus Colston. Like, what's the problem? This draft is amazing.
Cam
The
Ward
problem is we can draft him at 9,
Ralph.
man.
Ralph,
Yeah, Cam Ward could have had him at 9.
Where do you think that pick's going to be? With you, like, you have to think, where do you think that pick is going to be? Next year.
I think, like, worst case scenario,
31, 30.
Worst case scenario, Cody, it's like pick 5.
Number 1.
Best case scenario, it's like pick 14, 15.
So exactly, are you willing to give up that much?
Ralph, you are full of shit. Wait, you think the Saints are going to be picking next year?
Like 15. Like if they go 8 and 9, they'd pick like 15.
Stop. All right. Yeah, that's your worst. You think worst case scenario?
No, I think worst case scenario, because worst case scenario would be Carr gets hurt, Ward is absolutely terrible, and the Saints are picking first. Like, that's the worst case scenario.
Oh, right.
Man, you got to live a little,
Dave.
Dave.
Decides to come out.
You got to roll them dice to make that money. You know, Dave? We're taking a big gamble, but this is what Kellen Moore believes in Cam Ward. So as Mickey Loomis, I went and got him Cam Ward. That's what I did.
All right. Terrible.
Rosenfeld.
You may have. I'm going to go with Cody here on this one, who's done a few mocks. I have not, but Cody says that you might have been able to stay at 9.
Oh,
Yeah,
You muted?
For a lot, with at least with PFF. Like if you don't do off of public, but if you do off of what they think the draft's going to be, Cam Ward's available at 9, and everyone.
That's why I hate this pick. That's why I think it's the stupidest. You just gambled our entire future. You didn't even gamble it. You pissed it away.
And
you pissed it away.
Dave, let's say worst case scenario, we get the number 1 pick next year. Guess who's eligible to enter the NFL next year?
Arch.
Oh yeah, Arch. Yeah.
And dude? I would strangle Ralph. I would drive to Houston and strangle Ralph.
You live in Austin. Arch ain't leaving Austin. He's staying another year.
What?
Than 1 pick right now.
Yeah, he's making like $8-10 million a year.
Yeah, no, I see the Lamborghinis on campus.
Rosenfeld 10 says, if Cam Ward ends up Jameis Winston, how would you feel? I'd feel terrible, Rosenfeld. I would feel terrible about it. Like we made a gamble. But here's the thing. I like this draft. If you could get Cam Ward without giving up a future first,
are you being? Hold on, Ralph. Let's hold on. Take a minute. Let's go in the trust tree. Let's climb. Let's climb up. Let's climb up the rungs, up the ladder to the trust tree. Are you really like if the Saints? Don't fucking zoom in on me. God damn it! If the fucking
I'm gonna leave it for the rest of the show.
If this was the Saints draft this year, realistically, you would be happy with that. Trust tree.
I wouldn't. I'd be okay with it because here's the thing: if Kellen Moore believes in Cam Ward, you hired Kellen Moore, give him the quarterback that he wants, and if he's wrong, we fire him in 2 years, 3 years. Right? Like you have to believe in your head coach. You have to give him what he wants. If he believes in Cam Ward, I'd be fine with it. I wouldn't. You know what?
Coach better.
I take it back.
Do your job.
Love it because
that's what it's about.
Cam Ward. I want a quarterback, Dave. I want a quarterback for the Saints that wants to be here. Derek Carr doesn't want to be a Saint. He doesn't. I want a quarterback like Cam Ward that cries and gets emotional. I want a quarterback that wants to be a Saint. Cam Ward wants to be a Saint. I would give it an A+.
But didn't you say like they have to hit? So you gave up those picks, and so now they have. It has to be damn sure they hit. And if they don't, like it, if you had a regular draft and it hit, it would hurt. But if you gave up picks and it doesn't hit, then doesn't it do even more damage to the Saints?
I mean, it does a lot of damage, Cody, if it doesn't hit. Because here's the thing: you could have a doomsday scenario where not only is Cam Ward terrible, Olave's concussion issues miraculously are cured, and he's awesome for the Titans. So you could have it could be a doomsday scenario. Like this is a monstrous risk, but I feel like
So not sensible.
I think my draft was sensible. I got back picks, and if you're gonna bet on a quarterback, like this is how much it costs. Like the only way the Saints are getting a quarterback.
I don't agree with that.
Is either this way you trade up,
it doesn't cost. It doesn't cost.
Or you
does not cost
this
multiple.
year and you pick in the top 3 next year.
Sanders
That's the only way.
Multiple.
It does
not cost multiple first round draft picks to trade up to get a guy. And like honestly, if that was really what you wanted, you could theoretically tank for a season and do it for free.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's one of that's you either do what I did or you suck and you pick in the top 3. That's the only way the Saints are getting a quarterback. I chose this way because it's fun. And I feel like people should forgive me because
there it is, right there. No, there it is. You chose this way because it's fun. Let's. I just want to zero in on that.
Sanders is going to be there at 9, and you get the whole reality TV show experience coming down.
I almost did, Cody. I almost did a draft. I almost sent it to Thomas, but I did it back because I didn't want to steal Kevin's. I almost did a trade down. Buffalo offered me a ridiculous package to move from 30 to 9, and I almost took it. But I feel like Kevin as the president of the Trade Down Association.
Gonna let him take it.
I couldn't let him I couldn't steal that from him. But Ken was, it's fun and it's drunk. And aren't you people, let's be, you want to talk about the circle of trust, Dave. We're in the trust tree. Aren't you people just a little bit tired of having a quarterback that not only we hate, but that he hates us and he hates being here and he hates New Orleans?
I have no problem with getting away from Derek Carr is totally separate from who you draft and who you get and what you trade to get him. So don't intertwine those two and get people confused and thinking that those two have to come together in some kind of package deal, because that's not the truth at all. And secondly, you could make an argument that if Kellen Moore was actually a good coach worth his salt, he doesn't necessarily need to have the best quarterback. Like, he could have an average. He could have a guy like Derek Carr and win with him. Like, you could make that argument.
He won a Super Bowl.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, my point is that, like, if Kellen Moore was actually a good head coach, he doesn't necessarily have to have the Maserati or the Lamborghini. He might be able to do it, not necessarily with a Pinto, but a Ford Explorer or something like that.
Or do you think, like, maybe instead of, like, because to me, Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders are not, you're not hearing them on ESPN like, oh my God, people are fighting 1 and 2 for him. You can see him at 9.
This isn't the year for quarterbacks. This is not the year for quarterbacks.
No, so do you think Kellen Moore is smart? He picks up weapons and stuff and kind of gets ready. He goes, all right, Derek Carr, I don't want, he's my bridge till next year, but I'm going to, like, set up, like, some premium picks and stuff. So I'll make this look super lucrative. That way when they come in, they got, like, a good running back or a good wide receiver, and they're ready to go.
What do you hate more about my draft, Dave? The fact that I gave up a future first-round pick, or the fact that I gave up Chris Olave?
No, honestly, if you could trade up or trade Chris Olave and get something for him, I'm okay with that. But trading up future assets, fuck that. Hate it. Hated it.
Because it's not like the Drew Brees
sorry,
era.
Cody. We don't mean to keep you awake here, buddy.
No, sorry. No, new parent thing.
I'm just fucking with you.
But the thing is, like, given a future assets, it's not like the Drew Brees era where we're like, okay, worst case scenario, that pick's going to be 22 or 23. So
or
yeah,
like
we can get rid of it. It's fine
because we went 7 and 9. Yeah,
exactly.
It could be
at worst.
Jalen Carter.
Worst case, we could be top 3. Do you give that away?
I don't know.
Or do you use that fact to trade it? Like, hey, this next year's round, man, I want some stuff for it because that's a top 3 pick next year.
Scared money don't make money. Just saying. So, Tom,
would you rather see your favorite musician from the front row once, or multiple times from seats in the back?
Ooh, that's a great.
Depends on the arena size.
Yeah.
Because there's some small, intimate venues that the back's pretty damn good seating.
Do they have to be like if I could see like people that are like if I could see Queen multiple times, I'd sit in the back. It would be fine. Thomas, before we get to the mailbag, give us a donation update.
Going to get another drink.
All right, so Oppenheimer is still in the lead with 63 buckaroos. Hudat Goffer, second place with $20, and we are $80 away from Molot and 100 from Cody shaving his head, right?
Just cutting, not shaving. Just cutting.
Oh, cutting his head, cutting.
So, thanks guys for donating. We're 18 weeks away from Only Hands. Thomas, we're gonna have to start having pre-production meetings.
Yes, sir.
The Saints Happy Hour viewer questions.
You need to start shaving your hand, Ralph.
A lotion. Not shaving.
Put lotion
lotions, on. Dipping them, manicure.
You get those Saudi
massage.
Lined up, you need to be doing.
Yeah, massage, ice bath,
acupuncture.
Yeah, that's right. The Saints Happy Hour
Mardi
viewer
Gras, I
questions
like
are
that.
brought to you by Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. You can pick up a bottle wherever fine spirits are sold in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, and Tennessee. To learn more and to find a location to get a bottle near you, go to hardhidestrawberrywhiskey.com. Thomas, take it to the top.
Roger that. No Lafredo in the chat. No, Tomas. Ralph needs to leave the hand all natural. Full bush.
Oh, wow. They don't want the filters. They don't want it cleaned up. They want it raw.
1970s style.
That's right. Thomas, what's first up?
All right, so we had tons of amazing questions. First question comes from Budrich, the usual suspect. Unfortunately, I haven't seen him in the chat tonight. He asks, who is one player that Saints draft you're gonna be like, I'm buying the jersey right now?
Cam Ward?
Gadaboo.
Nobody. It would have to be.
Yes.
It would have to be somebody from Tulane. No, somebody from Tulane.
I mean,
Gadaboo would be fun.
yeah, Genty. If they got Genty, he would move merchandise.
He would, but I'm not buying it.
I think Tyler Warren, maybe. Oppenheimer's crush would be. Thing is, with a defense, if they draft like a defensive guy, if they draft like Johnson in the corner, like I gotta say,
Big Johnson.
I'll say this: if they draft Tate Rutledge, I'm probably buying a jersey.
Really? Getting them. You don't buy.
Do you really buy jerseys?
If they could make like a those visors that had like the hair in it, but they make one like a mullet,
they need to make
and had
mullet,
like Rutledge on it or so.
Fair point. Great point.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Now wait, how many jerseys do you own, Ralph?
Not too many. I own a Reggie Bush. I own a Ricky Jackson. It's too small for me. It was when I was a kid. I own a Drew Brees, and that's it. I'm not a big jersey guy. Like that's the thing. Like my thing with the jersey is I feel
you don't
like
wear them.
You can wear them to the game. You can wear them to the game, but that's it. Like and you're paying out the nose for them. Like, at least like a baseball jersey, you can kind of wear it out.
I own soccer jerseys. Soccer jerseys, you can like wear like a regular T-shirt and go out and do stuff.
Yeah.
And somebody, Cody, if you're in front of your computer, will you do me a favor? Will you look up where Mario Williams from Tulane, where he's like kind of average expected to be drafted? Because I think he's going to get drafted.
Yeah. What's next, Thomas?
He might not be getting drafted. I don't know.
All right. So let me switch it. Next question. From Dan Checo. And he asks, which rolling it back player you want to see most succeed? Cooks, Clapp, Yadom, or Johnson?
Boring answer, but Will Clapp. Will Clapp would be a big help if we had some stability on offensive line, and that was one thing we maybe didn't have to worry about.
What's his ceiling though? Like what's like?
I don't know.
Best Will Clapp could be.
It doesn't matter, but he's going to succeed because the nature of the question says, who do you want to most succeed? So he'll succeed. He'll be successful. I also didn't realize Will Clapp is a Brother Martin guy. And my son's starting Brother Martin. We're about to be a Brother Martin family. So I'm all in. Go Satyrs. And so now I'm a big Will Clapp fan.
I feel like the answer here is Cooks, because if Cooks is successful, you're talking like he's put out a Cook successful year could be like 1,100 yards and 5 touchdowns.
That's correct. It could.
But is it just succeed?
But
for
I'll make
year
this
or going forward.
Yeah, just for this
year.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll make this argument though. Cooks may not have that successful year unless he's got blocking and the quarterback has time.
Yeah, but like Clapp's never been that good. Like Clapp's always been like a journeyman. Like,
but if
he's started for our team, he was kind of like your Zach Street. He was like your extra lineman came in. Yeah, whenever he would come in, they would do, we'll make him clap.
Yeah, but
we'll make him cut.
The thing is, like, look at our own line health. You know, like, don't you want a healthy, somewhat average 6th player to come in and plug in?
Yes. Not sexy, boring, but probably the best for this team. Just like your draft. Your draft was all flash, all hat, no cattle, as they say in Texas. You boys are both from Texas.
I'm from Louisiana. We're both from Louisiana.
Well, you're both from Texas. Well, then your intelligence is also questionable.
Yes, because we went to the land of jobs.
and no tax.
What's next, Thomas?
You idiots.
But no gambling for Ralph.
Oh,
Final question for the best, Cody.
Yeah, see, also a good point.
Final question of the show from Aldi Marino to Cody. Cody question.
Oh, and only Cody.
From the chat. If you had to tag team with Kevin, what's your all tag team wrestling name? The Mardi Bra?
I like that. I like that, or like the.
I think we're done here. Here.
Mardi Bra. Well, what question? What is that a question of? It's like, yeah, we got it.
That's hilariously clever, Aldi Marino.
I would think like Panic and Dionysus or so, like that kind of like, it's kind of like Mardi Gras and stuff, but you know, you got the Panic from the gods and stuff like that, like the Bayou Bash Bros or something, you know, or the
Dad
Bayou
Bods
Busters or something. Yeah, the Dad Bods,
yeah.
The Mardi Bras, that's really good. That's very clever.
I'm surprised.
I have a question.
Why are our listeners more clever than we are? That's my question.
So for baseball and stuff, if that's okay with Thomas, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
What would for the NFL opinion doesn't matter here.
For the NFL, what would the NFL version of the torpedo bats be?
Ooh, that's
somebody sent this to me for golf. What the hell was it? But what would I don't know. I feel like kind of the tush push was kind of like I feel like the tush push crawled so torpedo bats could walk. And now they're already trying to outlaw the tush push, and I'm pretty sure you're going to see torpedo bats. Well, I feel like you're going to see torpedo bats being. They're going to have to change the rules though, because currently the torpedo bats fall within the MLB's rules of what a bat is composed of. It just needs to be a solid piece of wood. It needs to be a certain length, and it needs to be a certain weight, and that's kind of all there is to it.
I'm going to tell you, the torpedo bats. The reason they were successful is because the Milwaukee Brewers, their pitching staff was as injured as the Saints' offense was.
Really.
They were missing like 9.
But I also feel like because the Yankees did it, it's going to be a gray area. But like if the Astros did it, dude, torpedo bats would be burned.
People would be in jail. People would be in jail if Altuve had the torpedo bat. They'd be like, "You straight to jail."
Absolutely.
So I don't. The NFL is hard because the NFL in baseball you have the glove and you have the ball and you have the bat, right? In football, you only have the football. Like, what are you going to do? Like, you're going to make like pads that are going to crush people more, like, or make, I don't know, like maybe it'd be like special shoes or something. I just feel like there's no real equivalent. The only thing I could think of is
I want to know if Tulane is looking at torpedo bats. That's all I care about. Are we looking at
metal? They're called metal bats.
They're called metal bats. Yeah, but
no, you can hit wood now in college, I think.
But didn't they? But that goes to Dave's point. But didn't they make metal bats like in college? Like they had to make them to where they did the same similar characteristics of a wood bat or so.
Well, the chat has it. The chat has it. The equivalent of the torpedo bat is Tom Dempsey's stump foot.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah,
or Stickum, which at NFL banned.
Yeah, already invented. Yeah, already invented.
Did y'all want to go over anything that the NFL owners did today?
I mean, I hate.
What do you think about the new first down cameras?
I hate it. The chain was.
I didn't even read any of this.
Amazingly dramatic. Where the old guys waddle out and they do the chain.
It was not on the rundown.
Yes, it was.
No, wasn't. We're calling an audible.
Wait, they got rid of. They got rid of the chains.
No, they're secondary.
Yeah,
secondary.
The chains.
2 cameras now.
So
they're not doing like the chip
now
in the ball.
Easier to rig games.
Yeah, I don't like it. I like the chain. I like the chain. The chain
Well,
was
it's
like
like,
super dramatic, man.
Well, yeah, correct.
Great.
You're correct. And to kind of quote, like, what they used to say, what they've always said on Pardon My Take, it's like, you get that extra moment where they come out there and it's like, oh, you might get the first down, you might not get the first down. Like, yeah, it's an extra. It is dramatic. It's adding to the drama.
Yeah, and now they're just going to be like.
I mean, remember the index card? Remember when he came out with the index card?
Yeah,
you're never gonna get that again.
Buzz the referee, and he's just gonna mark first down. There's gonna be no drama. Like the chain was fun. I think I'll make a prediction. I think they're gonna go back to the chain. I think this is a 1-year thing.
Really?
I think they're gonna go back to the chain.
Could be,
unless it helps the Kansas City Chiefs, and then they'll keep it.
Right.
So it says the cameras, the league will use 6 8K cameras to track the ball's position on the field. The league stated the entire measurement process will take roughly 30 seconds, which will save roughly 40 seconds compared to the manual chain gang.
Mm-hmm.
The chain gang is not going away completely and will continue to be used in a secondary capacity.
All right. So here's where I stand on this. Because I'm torn, because one, I love the drama and the old school of the chain gang, but two, I'm very progressive and I really believe in getting it right and using technology. Yeah, absolutely. So
you're progressive.
I think actually, well, I'm progressive in in a lot of areas.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know you are. So I think what I would like to do is, if we could, kind of combine them, and we'll use the technology to make the ultimate decisions, but we'll kind of act out the old school stuff. So in other words, like, you can use the cameras to determine whether it's first down or not, but you relay that information to the chain gang, and then you send them out there knowing whether it's first down or not, and then you make them act it out, and you don't tell us. You don't tell us. Those of us watching at home, we don't know. We still don't know. We have to wait. But the chain gang has to be the method with which we are told whether it's.
I don't know.
So in other words, I want the technology to actually make the decision, but I want the pantomime and the acting on the field to be the ones to pass the message along to us. Does that make sense? I know it's very weird, but that is.
I like.
Yeah, exactly. So that way we get the best of both worlds.
I think people.
Right. That way we get the best of both worlds. We make sure we get the right call. We make sure we get the right call.
I'm surprised they didn't do the cameras on the goal line. Like, wouldn't that make sense to put like 8 cameras on the goal line to make sure you see like what's the touchdown?
It would make sense to put a chip in the ball.
Yes.
Right.
Well, you don't even need. I don't even think you need to do that. I don't understand. Like, we have just fire a laser beam across the goal line, and like as soon as it gets crossed, like you would know. Like, we have lasers that could just. Run a straight line across that thing.
Once it crosses it, it lights up,
Laser beam, correct. What the fuck, man?
But correct. No, I'm like a laser beam from pylon to pylon.
Man? How do you know which height you need to put it on, man?
Oh.
What do you mean one?
It's fucking 2025. Don't tell me that we can't put a fucking wall of laser beams. Invisible laser beams.
Yeah, it's a fucking 20.
If we wanted, Dave. You need two points.
If we wanted
one on each pylon.
If we wanted to, we could do it. If we wanted to, we can do it.
Dave,
but going back to
fucking nuclear scientist, Dave, look, just one wall of lasers, laser beam.
My brother.
Yeah, that Unreal tournament, right? Like an Unreal, right?
My brother, we do not need nuclear technology. I promise you this exists. But regardless, my point still stands. Going back to what Cody said, have whatever technology. Let's get it right. Let's make sure we get it right on the field. Let's have science and technology aid us. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to telling the fans, let's act it out on the field and still let it be a surprise. Let's incorporate both. That's what I want.
The laser
beam. I want a meshing of technology. Honestly, what I'm asking for. A little bit of acting. I think we're going to need. This is going to have to. We got to get a little performance art.
The chain gang is going to be back. The
Your
chain
boy
gang will be back in
Alan Dave
2026.
can lasers help Dave's hair? Just one
They
laser
could.
beam.
Probably
One
probably,
laser
but not
beam
the
to the
kind that I
scalp,
could
you know.
afford.
Dave, also in the NFL.
You guys,
owners
let
meeting-
me.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. No, go. Continue your rant. Continue your rant.
There we go.
Well, no, I was gonna say that like you people who insult me for being bald, like
Shut
you
up!
think that look, you think that I want hair? Like I'm good. I had it.
Good.
We had
It's
a
too much
good we had a
work.
good run.
It's a lot of
It's
work.
gone. I don't have to wash it. I haircuts. I don't pay for haircuts anymore. I just
Save
shave
some
everything right
shampoo.
off. Like I'm not. Yeah, I don't shampoo. I haven't paid for shampoo
Save
in
money on
fucking
shampoo, yeah.
20 years. I've shaved my, so anyway, like it's gone. I'm okay with it. You don't seem to be okay with it, but I'm okay with it. And I'm happier. I'm happier
You have
without
a nice
it.
shaped
Thank
head,
you.
though, Dave. See, like if I was bald, I'm worried that it's like lumpy and.
Oh yeah, mine. I got the gamer lump right here. So yeah, I can't.
Gamer lump.
shave.
So
I do have one more. I have
So
one
somebody
more
like
funny question.
like Tiger Woods, like have you ever seen Tiger Woods? Like Tiger Woods, like looks like you dropped a lollipop on the carpet and then picked it up.
Tiger Woods needs to come on.
Like
home.
he needs to just
come on
like
home.
just shave it. Like just exactly. Thank you. Well, I don't know why you're saying "come on home," Ralph. You actually have a nice full head of hair.
Go on. Okay,
I'll
go
say
on
it.
home.
Tiger Woods needs to come to my neck of the woods, my home. Anyway,
He needs to
sorry,
go to
Cody,
Turkey.
Yes, you also owe me a Mario Williams draft projection.
I can't find one on PFF.
All right, so let's.
Well, then that means maybe he's not going to get drafted.
I had one quick funny question, real quick. Who would Ralph accidentally add to the Saints Happy Hour signal chat?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Oh my God, love it. Love that. Probably
But it would
Derek
be
Carr
Ralph,
as
like,
he's talking
accidentally
about
add
Derek
somebody.
Carr. I think that
Probably.
yeah, it would be with his bad hand. It would be whoever it is. It would be he would immediately then go on to say something negative about them.
Yes, it would be. You know what it would be? It would be a New Orleans media person while we were talking shit about.
So Jeff
New
Duncan.
Orleans
right,
media.
right.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, that's exactly who. It would be. Some media person that I like never talked to by accident, and I would be mortified. I would be. Like if I dropped in.
By the way, if any of you guys, and by any of you guys, I mean the regular hosts of this show, if any of you guys actually lived in New Orleans, I would take you once a year at the Kingpin. My buddy's band from Houston comes in town and plays, and it's always packed wall to wall, and it's always a celebrity showdown. Cooper Manning and his family is always there. And all the New Orleans Saints media is always there. Jeff Duncan, Brett Martell, Garland Gillen, and then also randomly when I was there Friday night, Nicole Richie. Nicole Richie was there.
Oh wow!
Oh, wow.
So it's the band is the Kingpins.
Or is the
No, it's at the Kingpin, the bar in New Orleans. The bar
okay.
Kingpin in New Orleans. His band is I think this is Light Rock. He's in a lot of bands. So I get them confused, but I think this is Light Rock Express. They're like a yacht rock cover band, but they're awesome. They do a great job, and they're like I'm pretty sure it's Cooper Manning's favorite band, and the New Orleans Saints media. I think it's their favorite band.
Of course it is. Thomas.
Hey, no, they're good. They're good.
Yeah.
Would you rather? I wasn't even going to ask this one because I thought it was so obvious and simple, but now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it's not. Would you rather play the role of a villain or a hero?
Are you a righteous villain? You know, it all depends on the point of view, man.
I think me playing a villain.
No. A villain is a villain. You're a villain. You are a villain
sympathetic
by
villains?
the definition of the word. No,
Cripple
no,
man.
you're a bad person. Would you rather be the good guy or the bad guy? You want me to dumb it down for you? Would you rather be the good guy or the bad
I'd rather
guy?
be the good guy, but if I had to
I
be
thought it
in
was
a
obvious,
movie,
but I don't know.
if real life good guy, but if in a movie you got to play the bad guy.
No, this is a
People
movie.
Remember the bad guys.
This is a movie.
No movie, come on, man.
Villain. 100%.
Oh,
villain,
okay.
villain, 100%.
Okay, see, there you go. I was wrong. No, I would say hero.
Yeah,
All
me
right,
too.
Thomas.
Okay. All right.
That's
why I
thank
asked.
all the people. We had a ton of.
We
had a
didn't get
bunch
to
of
the
people
second
donate
donation.
tonight.
This is why we should have mixed
Right.
them. This is why we should have mixed them because he would have had to drink it.
It's right.
At least we made the
Thomas,
streak. I didn't
recap
break
the
the streak.
donations.
All right, so as you can see, we are on an 86-week donation streak. 18 more weeks to go for Ralph opening his only hands account. Thanks to everyone who donated. Thanks to Aldi Marino, to Jason Champagne, to Who Dat Golfer, and to the MVP for the second straight week. With 63 buckaroos, who is the one and only Oppenheimer. Congratulations!
By the way, a cat followed my son home from school. If you want to adopt the
Somebody
cat,
please take it.
if you want to adopt the cat and you're in the Houston area,
no
I will
more.
give you a lifetime subscription to Saints Happy Hour podcast
No.
at the
Wow.
at the gold
Okay,
level.
that is an offer.
That isn't it. You
Wow.
come adopt the cat.
At the gold level.
Lifetime.
Damn.
The gold level.
Well, why do you even
Wow.
like? You shouldn't. Don't limit it to the Houston area. Somebody might drive some ways to
Beautiful cat.
to do that for that.
Tiny. It's gray.
So anybody, or just open it to anybody. If anybody wants to drive to Ralph and pick up this cat, it is a nice, great cat. He looks like a stray cat that used to live around my store that we used to call Mr. Meowgie. He looks like him.
Yeah. So
But
there
will
you go.
he jump into blinds while you're doing an interview?
Yes.
Nah.
Yes. 100%. I'm
Hey,
just saying,
what was the cat's name?
It
Does
could
he
be
have a
whatever you
name?
want it to be. We were calling
He's
it.
stray.
Or else
Yeah,
it'll
it's a
never go.
stray cat that Ralph
We were
found.
calling it Smokey.
Wait, is it
but-
chipped? Did you bring it to see if it's chipped?
No, it's not. I don't think it's chipped.
How do you know?
I mean,
No, bring it.
We can call him Dennis
Yeah,
Allen.
Ralph, you idiot. Ralph, you got to at least do your own due diligence. Bring it to a vet and see if it's chipped, and then that might help. Please do
It's
that.
like a kitten, though.
Please.
I don't think it is.
I understand that, but they chip them immediately.
Pretty young.
Do your due
Yeah.
diligence. So, all right. That's fair enough, Dave.
Go fucking see if it's got a chip, please.
I don't care. DM me if you want the cat. Come get
I
it. Chip or
don't
no
care.
chip. I don't care. I don't care.
Oh my God, Jesus! Forget it.
So
Ralph's just
everybody-
taking offers.
I'm
Lowest
taking
bidder.
Free is the offer. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the show and made you laugh, consider supporting the show by going to patreon.com/Saints Happy Hour. Give us a shot. Every little bit helps make the show a little bit better. Don't forget to follow us on socials and wherever you get your podcast. Thanks to Dave. Thanks for Cody for filling in. Become a Black and Gold member. You can be the emergency break glass fill-in host as well. It's an amazing investment. And to Thomas, the best producer on earth, running the show, back in Poland. My draft was awesome. I stand by it 100%. Until next time, the bar is closed.